Hello, hello, good morning, everyone. How are you today? I'm doing good. Um, we're going to play with the reverse coloring book. Oh, I don't have my light on. You guys can't see it in its full glory. There we go. Reverse coloring book. This one is one by Kendra Norton. There are several out there in the universe. This, I believe, is the quote unquote original one. It has a publishing date of, let me check, 2021. First printing was June of 2021. And this is going all over the internet. You guys have seen it. I'm sure you have. The reason I have it is because Marydale Abrams over at the Meri Atelier, she had a wonderful giveaway celebrating her 10th anniversary on YouTube. 10 years on YouTube she's been doing her art, and that's awesome. And she did a giveaway, and there were several of us who won Amazon gift cards. And she had been mentioning that she was going to buy a reverse coloring book, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to take that winning and I'm going to buy me the reverse coloring book in her honor, so to speak, as a tribute to Miss Meri. I really appreciate her doing that for me. She didn't have to do that, and I still haven't gotten to my 30,000 subscriber mark, where I will be giving away my art. You guys have seen my art all summer long. You've seen my art. Look at all these pages of art. Look at all of this. I'm giving it away. I'm giving at least 30 pieces of art away for my 30,000 subscribers, but we haven't hit the mark yet. So if you would hit that subscribe button, I would appreciate it, because half of you that watch my videos are not yet subscribed. We just need another, like, 200, just a little bit over 200. So we can get there. I'm trying to get there by the end of the month. I don't think that's going to happen at this point, because we are well and truly almost done with August. You're seeing this on first week of September. So, yeah, at this point, maybe by the end of September, maybe by Christmas. I don't know. It's up to you guys. It's not up to me. But anyway, if you've not seen a reverse coloring book before, it's just the idea of it is, instead of having the lines and you coloring it in, it has the splodges of color. And let me zoom it in a little bit more. It has the splodges of color. I like that it has a blank. The back side is blank, in case your pen goes through, right? You always want to put a scrap piece of paper here between the pages if you're going to leave it in the book. But really cool thing is that it has a perforation along here, so you can pop those pages right out, which is what I'm going to do. But look at all these fun pages. Some of them, it's not necessarily meant like for what we do here for pattern art specifically. I mean, like, this one's clearly a bouquet of flowers, and that's okay. Draw your bouquet of flowers, but do it however you want to, you know. This one would lend itself really well to some sort of interesting patterning or something. Again, there's a lot of flowers in here, but this one would be really cool for just a background. And what I'm going to do with these kind of ones that are, because this is a big book, you know, it's a full-size book. I don't even know. This is, where's my measuring? It's a full 11 inches this way, and the page from the perforation to the edge is 8. So it's an 8 by 11, or full-size paper. And so what I would probably do is pull, if I wanted to do this page, for example, I would pull it out and I would cut it into 4 sections so that we would then just have this spludge. That's how I do some of my other things. You know, these are my watercolors that I have created for backgrounds, and it's the same sort of thing. You know, I create it on a big page and I cut it apart. I might cut like strips out of it and make bookmark sizes. So these would be perfect for that. This is an OG grid, so any pattern that starts with an OG grid would be perfect on this page, right? There's some sunflowers and some other flowery shapes. Now, you could see it as flowers. You could go sideways and see it more as a landscape. You could see this as more flowers, or you could see it as underwater creatures, little starfish and things. I mean, it kind of depends on what you see in it. You know, don't forget to turn your page around and see something different. Like maybe it lives this way. I obviously see some trees in this one, but maybe it lives a different way. But like this one, for example, if you cut this into quarters, let me get a couple pieces of paper, just plain paper. Do I have any plain paper sitting within reaching distance of me? No, I don't. Come on, Don. You gotta have supplies near you. I have got tons of supplies, but nothing near me. Let me go get myself a couple pieces of plain copy paper. Where's my plain paper? Who knows where my plain paper went? Okay, let's do a couple pieces of colored paper. All right. A couple pieces of colored paper so we can isolate. So let's say we cut out that quarter. And now it looks like that, and I would probably cut off the white border. And now it looks completely different, and it no longer necessarily looks like a bunch of flowers like it does on the full page, right? You can do whatever you want with it. And I think this is going to be uber fun. Look at those splodges. More flowers. Lots of flowers. There's lots of flowers in here. I really like that one. That one's calling to me. I'm going to keep my finger there. A nice rainbow gradient. This one would make really cool bookmark pages, and just slice them this way. Maybe get 4 off of there and have some rainbow and then put patterns in there. That would be good. I might do that with that one. This one kind of looks like fall leaves, but it also kind of looks like birds. I could see birds in there. I'm not going to show you every single one, but you know, you get the gist. Do you get the gist? Yeah, those dots. Those would be a little bit more difficult, I think, for patterns, but not necessarily. And, you know, you could choose a dot and use it as a grid. Oh, you could do that. You could use it as a grid background, but just make sure that we're drawing with a nice big chunky pen. That would be fun. Maybe some cadent on there. Some ideas. Once again, I kind of see flowers, but then if you put it into a small section, you might not see flowers. You might see something else. Look at the bubbles. Bubbles would be fun on there. Anyway, we're just going to pick a page, and I'm going to I feel like doing this one, and I really feel like making it into like a regular coloring book page with an objective. You know, this is clearly sunflowers with some bleeding hearts. I'm going to go ahead and pull this page out. I'm just going to give it a little bend here at where the little thing is. And you know what? I think it's going to take, because it's so big, I think it's going to take more than one day, more than an hour, for sure more than a half hour, because I've already blathered on for 10 minutes. But I am going to pull this out. I think I'm going to just cut this little edge off. I could have used my knife and cut that out a little bit cleaner, but let me just cut that little edge off. Now I could cut this into quarters, and we would end up with, what would we end up with? Give me my little pieces of paper. We could end up with something like that. That still looks like flowers. What if we cut it and we would end up with that? We would end up with that. And we would end up with that. I don't think any of those is really speaking to me as individual bits. It really speaks to me as a full page. So we're just gonna draw. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna chit chat and tell you about my weekend, and I'm just gonna draw. I'm using today. Let's start with a fine liner graphic, a Marabou point 2. I'm going to zoom in a bit. You guys can watch me, and I may make this whole week. Might be just filling this in and drawing and enjoying our time together. So if this isn't your thing, that's okay. I understand. We had my friend's wedding this weekend. My friend's daughter's wedding this weekend. And you guys may have heard of the tropical storm that was named Hillary. She was causing all sorts of havoc. But luckily, oh, and Bridget, I did finally do my nails. That's for my niece, Bridget. She wanted to know what color I had done my nails for the wedding. And guess what? I had forgotten to change my nails for the wedding, and they were bare. Bare! She was not disappointed, but she was like, oh, no, you didn't do your nails. She likes seeing them. So these are for you, Bridget. We thought maybe, well, first off, we were worried it was going to be too hot because it had been horrendously hot. That turned out to not be the case. It was still warm, but it wasn't horrendously hot. But then we were worried that it was going to rain. That also turned out to not be a problem. We had a lovely evening. It didn't rain. My friend's little girl was just a beautiful bride. And their wedding was a little eclectic, which is just the way bride and groom are. And it's just them. And that's okay. So, see, the wedding was Saturday. My family came to stay on starting really late Wednesday night. So basically Thursday through Sunday they came and lived at the house. We worked on puzzle, the giant puzzle that my son gave me for Christmas. We don't know a big puzzle until you've started trying to do an 18,000 piece puzzle. Oh my goodness sakes, folks. That is a challenge. It's a real challenge. Let's do this. I see those as behind like that. Let's see, what was I saying? But the venue was really cool. It was up in the canyon. And they do the whole thing, the catering and everything. It was really good. Really good. Food was good. DJ was very loud. DJs are always loud. What's the deal with DJs and being loud? Let me do another round here. Those need to be double wides and just kind of fun here. Like that. Anybody out there is a DJ or has ever been a DJ or knows people who are DJs? What's the deal with, are they just all hard of hearing? I mean, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand during the dancing that we want to have fun. We'll crank it up. That's cool. But during dinner, we actually asked if we could move tables because there was a table that didn't have people sitting at it. It was undecorated, and we moved tables. We just picked up all our stuff and changed to a different table because we were just parked right next to the speaker and we could not hear each other speak at all. It was awful. That was during dinner. During dinner, it should be a nice, quiet, time where we could all chit chat with one another. But that is not what happened. Okay, so far so good. These little ones are done. Let's do this big one. I'm gonna decide which one's in front, because they're kind of all mushed together here in the middle. What time is it? Yeah, and this is going to take at least 2. Might take 3 videos, but it's going to take at least 2. Let's do this top bit and decide which one's on top. This one, I think, looks like it's these are all kind of mixed together. Those behind. Anyhow, Hurricane Hillary became Tropical Storm Hillary, and we were supposed to get 5 to 6 inches of rain. That was what was predicted. She of course, being Hillary, chose to do her own thing, and she had an appropriate name. She just defied all predictions and did whatever the heck she wanted to do, and she did not. She still dropped a lot of water. She did. But in my area, we did not get the 5 to 6 inches that we were predicted. We didn't even get 3 inches. It was coming down really good Sunday. But it never materialized into that big, hard rain that we were kind of worried about. However, in my area nearby, in the greater Los Angeles area, there were places that flooded. I saw pictures of Dodger Stadium that got hit pretty hard. The whole parking lot became a lake. But here at my house, we're dry, we're safe. Everything's cool, nothing flooded, all of our drains worked like they're supposed to. Everything's cool. My family drove back home on Sunday and they got home safely. They did not encounter any. They basically outran the rain. By the time they got about halfway home, they had gotten past the storm, so they didn't even get any of the hard rain, which was good. Excellent. And I'm probably going to come back and do some darker, fatter lines in here, I think. Okay, we're at 22 minutes. We're going to keep going. I'm going to do the fine lines today, maybe, and then do the come back and do the darker lines later. You know what? I did 2 or more around there. I should do that here too. That one. At least 2. That's cool. I like that. I'm going to do that here as well. What's nice about this is you don't have to think. And is it pattern-based? It can be pattern-based. Could we find a pattern to put in here? Absolutely. I can put some patterns in the flower petals. That would be interesting. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Don't know what we're going to do yet. I'm just talking and chit-chatting with you guys and having a great time. If this isn't your cup of tea, please feel free to skip it. I don't care. I know you may have been only wanting to come here for a pattern. Do you guys know Meri Abrams? Is the Meri Atelier something that's on your radar? Because it should be. She does mixed media artwork and journals. I love listening to her when I'm at work because her chit-chatting and her stories are fun, and I'm able to kind of follow along what she's doing without actually seeing what she's doing, because I can't have my phone out at work. So I just turn on her channel with my phone in my pocket, and I listen with my earbuds. And I can pretty much figure out what she's doing, as long as occasionally I watch. Um, I actually watch and not just listen. If I do that, I can pretty much tell what she's doing, because she's really good at doing multiple projects at once, and so I can see her project on one video, and she's still working on it on the next one. So yeah, we can do that. It's easy. It's easy for me to follow. But she's such a sweetheart, and she's got a lovely personality, and I just love just listening to her chit chat. I don't always catch her live videos because, Lord have mercy, I don't know if Meri ever sleeps. I really don't. Meri, do you ever sleep? She streams at like, well, she used to stream like at 4 or 4:30 in the morning. Her time, which would make it like 2:30 in the morning my time. She's in the Central Time Zone, and I'm in the Pacific Time Zone. So yeah, I don't catch her live very often, but she did an evening stream. For her, it was like 7:30 at night. For me, it was 5:30 at night. So I was able to catch the evening stream, which is how I caught the giveaway. I was very excited about that. She did more than one giveaway. She did one giveaway in her morning stream, and then another one in her evening stream on different days, I believe it was. But you gotta be there to win it. Gotta be there to win it. These are just kind of overlapping and intersecting, and who knows which one goes to which flower, but it doesn't really matter. I love this. Are you guys seeing the vision? I am seeing it. It's coming to life. I am definitely going to go back in with a broader pen and really chunky out some of these lines. That's going to be the next video, because we're almost at a half hour. Anyway, what was I talking about? I was talking about the weather. I was talking about the wedding. The wedding was awesome. First time I've ever been to a wedding where the bride and groom fed each other watermelon instead of cake. They had a cake. The cake was stunning. Absolutely stunning. Don't know if I have a picture of the cake on my phone that I can show you. Maybe. You guys would appreciate the cake. Let me find it. Let me find it. I have to go on here. Do I have... oh, we had an earthquake too. We had earthquakes yesterday. It was... I didn't feel anything. But supposedly we had earthquakes yesterday. Is that all the apps I have on this one? I do. Okay. Can't use my old phone. My old phone doesn't have near enough memory for me to put hardly any apps on it. I've got Pinterest, and I've got Instagram, and I've got YouTube app. So let me go in here. photos of the wedding into this album. Of course, I'm not going to invade anybody's privacy and show you the beautiful bride. Because she wouldn't like that. But I can show you the cake. Let me turn this off so you don't get glare. Look at this beautiful cake. Isn't that stunning? Yeah. See, go this way. There we go. It was stunning. We had, did you see the mountains in the background? Let me see if I have a picture of just like the scenery. Or I don't think I took pictures of the scenery, but I didn't put them in Facebook because nobody wants to see the pictures of the scenery, but me. No scenery pictures, but it was a beautiful venue up the canyon. Has a little lake, so they had a lakeside wedding, and then lovely tent gazebo thing for the reception afterwards. And they have a couple of buildings where they put the buffet, so the food is inside, but you bring it outside to eat, which is awesome because your food isn't all full of bugs and things. You know how outdoor venues can sometimes be. Although I must say the sweet bees really wanted my chicken. Sat with our friends my friend who has I think she's 5 now because she's started kindergarten this year. Her granddaughter, who is now living with them, the granddaughter sat next to me. She's such a sweetheart. And where we were had no internet access because it was up in the canyon, so there was no cell service. So I was afraid that the young lady would be bored out of her mind without being able to get onto Grandma's phone and listen to her videos or play a game. But she wasn't. She was very good. Super well behaved. She had such a good time. And all the way home, my friend said that she was saying, well, when do we go to another wedding? I want to dance some more. She just had the best time dancing. She just had the best time. Okay, so I have outlined everything in thin pen. And now I think I'm going to go around and do some bigger pen stuff, but that's going to be on the next video because 33 minutes is long enough. We're going to leave it just like this. Shall we turn it this way? I think it kind of looks better this way. It's fine. It really needs to be this way. We'll do it like that. Trying to figure out where's the best place for the thumbnail. Like that, I guess. All right, so you guys have a great day. I'll be back on Wednesday with more of this. And we will see you then. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Make the world a better place. And I'm going to play because this is fun. I absolutely 100% recommend this. This is a heck a lot of fun. If you'd like to go check out Meri's channel, I'll put her link for her channel in the description box below. If you like my channel, you might like her channel. It's different. we definitely do some things completely different. When she does live streaming, she's on for 2, 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. So her videos go a long, long time. Um, so if you want to just stick her in the background and do other things, that's what I do. She calls it being in the balcony. And I think that's a cool idea. Anyways, you guys have a good day. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.